Hello, I'm Joey Frady, and I'm going to walk you through using the Windows installer to install ThingWorx 8.4. During this video, you're going to learn to install PostgreSQL 9.6. You're also going to learn to install ThingWorx 8.4 foo and how to obtain and configure licenses for ThingWorx. So first off, what we're going to do is install Postgres. So the first thing we need to do, if the Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables are already installed on your PC, we need to work around an issue that will cause an error when installing Postgres. If they are not already installed, then you will be fine running the Postgres installer as is. So what we're going to do to work around it, since we already have the redistributables installed, right-click on the installer and send it to the desktop to create a shortcut. Now that shortcut, what we're going to do is right-click on it and go to Properties. Now on the target, what we're going to do is go to the end of it, type in a space, and then add --install _runtimes space 0. And what that's going to do is that's going to not try to install the Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables. Go ahead and apply that and hit OK. Now let's go ahead and run the installer from the shortcut that we just created. Okay, as you see here, the installer opened up. Now if we didn't do that and the Visual C++ was already there, it would have thrown an error. So go ahead and select Next. In the installation directory, we can just go ahead and keep that as default, so go ahead and hit Next. Same thing for the data directory, go ahead and hit Next. Now this is the password for the Postgres super user, so go ahead and type in your password. And then hit Next. This is your Postgres port. Let's go ahead and just leave it as the default of 5432. Go ahead and leave the locale as a default as well. And then go ahead and hit Next to install Postgres. This will take a few minutes. Okay, now that it's finished installing, go ahead and uncheck the Stack Builder checkbox here, and then click Finish. Now that the install of Postgres is finished, there's going to be a couple things that we need to do before we can install ThingWorx. So first thing we need to do is go ahead and go to the install directory for Postgres. So program files here, PostgreSQL 9.6, and let's go to the data directory. So in the data directory, you're going to see this pg_hba.conf file. We need to go ahead and modify that. So right-click it and just edit with Notepad++. Scroll down. This method column here, you see the MD5. We're going to have to change that to trust. And do that for this one as well. So that's changing it from MD5 to trust for both the IPv4 and IPv6 connections. So let's go ahead and save that. And then you can go ahead and close the file. Next, we need to go to the bin directory, and then just go ahead and copy the path to the bin directory. And then what we need to do now is add that to the path environment variable. So right click on computer, go to properties, advanced system settings, environment variables. Now scroll down to path right here and hit edit. So go to the end of the variable value, type in a semicolon, and then go ahead and paste the bin directory path that we copied there, add another semicolon, and then percent path, all caps, percent, and then another semicolon. Now, what else we need to do is we need to go to the Java install directory. So go to Java, go to the JDK, and then go to the bin, and go ahead and copy that path. And add it to the end of the variable as well. And then go ahead and hit OK. And then what else we need to do is we need to make sure we have Java Home. So Java Home is not on here, so go ahead and hit new if it's not already on there. Type in Java underscore home in all caps, and then paste in the directory that you copied, and then remove the bin, and then hit OK, hit OK, hit OK. So now that that's done, we're ready to go ahead and install ThingWorx. So let's go ahead and extract ThingWorx from the zip file that you downloaded from support.ptc.com. Okay, now in that folder, open it up, open up this folder, and let's run the installer. So here you're seeing a warning saying that we don't meet the minimum specifications. Just go ahead and hit OK. That's what this image is running. So go ahead and hit next. Accept the license agreement and then hit next. Just go ahead and hit next and use the default location of program files. Now this is the password for the ThingWorx administrator account. It has to be at least 14 characters with at least one special character and number. Okay, once you're done with that, go ahead and hit next. These are all the ports, default ports. Let's go ahead and leave everything here on the default. Hit next. So here is the PostgreSQL IP address or host name. So that since it's on the same machine, just go ahead and type in localhost. Make sure the Postgres port is the same. We use the default, so we don't need to change that. Now the Postgres administrator username is not administrator, it's Postgres. So go ahead and replace that. And then type in the password that you created for the admin when you install Postgres. Now go ahead and type in a password for the ThingWorx database login. This is for the TW admin. This is for the database in Postgres. So once you have everything there, go ahead and hit next. So this is just to go ahead and review everything. So go ahead and make sure everything's correct and then hit next. This is just telling you that the setup is ready to install. So go ahead and hit next one more time. And now it's installing. Okay, now the setup is finished, so go ahead and hit finish now. Okay, so what you're going to see here is this installation summary window. It's going to give you your installation directory, your ports, and your device ID. So this device ID you're going to need for your license, so go ahead and copy that, and then go to support.ptc.com. And then go ahead and log in if you haven't already, and then scroll down to manage licenses, and then here scroll down to the ThingWorx Navigate Windchill. Select the product of ThingWorx 8.1 Plus or Navigate 1.6 Plus and paste in your device ID and then hit retrieve. So as you see here, it's gives you a little message saying that, hey, you initiated your license download. It'll take about 10 to 15 minutes to get the email with the link to download your license. So once you get that email, we will continue. Okay, now that we got our license, let's go ahead and click on the link. So as you see here, this is the license that I just got. Username February 26th, which is today. Go ahead and hit download. Hit OK. Or actually, go ahead and cancel that. You don't need to do that. So hit download, and then you can hit cancel. and then it will start to download for the. So as you see here, it went and downloaded it. Let me go ahead and do this, show in folder. So let's just go ahead and move this to the desktop. It'll be easier. So as you see here, it's the file name is 341 ThingWorx 8.1 and the date .bin. So that's actually an invalid license name for ThingWorx. So ThingWorx, the license name has to be either license.bin or license capability response.bin. So let's go ahead and rename it to license capability response. Now, so let's go back to the installation summary. Go ahead and hit OK now. Once you hit OK, that's going to pull up the license configurator. So now that that's open, go ahead and click Next. Select Download Your License and then provide it here. Hit Next. Now let's navigate to where we saved that license. So just go to the desktop, License Capability Response. Hit Open. Hit Next. Now, if you were to hit if you did not change the license file name and you hit Next, then you'll get an error that tells you, hey, you can only, it needs to be this or this name. So go ahead and log in as the administrator. So use administrator and then the password that you created when installing ThingWorx. And then go ahead and hit Next. Then go ahead and hit Next again. And as you see here, it is installing the license. It'll take a couple minutes. Okay, then just go ahead and hit Finish. So ThingWorx 8.4 is now installed and licensed. So let's go ahead and go back to Chrome, open up a new tab, and then type in localhost :8080 / T ThingWorx / C composer. Hit enter. Now let's log in as the administrator. So administrator and then the password. And then go ahead and hit sign in. Now just go ahead and accept the license agreement. And as you can see here, we now have a working instance of ThingWorx. Thank you for watching this video.